Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of, well, I guess we should introduce ourselves first. We're live. Hi, I'm Sherry.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Denise.
And we are
the Queens of the Ring.
Of the Ring. Hi. Hello, everyone.
Halo. No Halo. No, I have double horns.
Oh,
No
sorry,
Halo.
My horns hold up my halo.
There you go.
Time. Yes. Welcome, Daniel Berry Sports. I see you in the chat. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome, everyone. I love that we got such a positive response on episode 2. So episode 1. We are back with episode 2, everyone, and we have a special guest with us. Before we get started, I just want to give a shout out, obviously, to our producer Mitch Koski with Hardcore Sports Network. And, of course, our dear friend Earl Cole. He's been having a really hard time this week. And, just want to give him a little bit of extra love. Hello, EBC VTV. How are you doing? And also to our dear naughty friend, Blazed Radio.
He's the naughtiest.
He is the naughtiest. We love him for it.
We love it. We encourage it, actually.
Yes. we love our naughty Blaze Radio. But he gave us a glowing recommendation after. Hello, Christina, girl. How you doing?
Christina.
But he gave us a glowing recommendation not long after our first episode, and he really put us over, as you could say. And we love our Blaze Radio. We really do. But tonight we have some new topics. If you have some topics for future episodes, please feel free to send them in the chat. DM any of us on Twitter, and we will get them to our fearless leader, Mitch Koski, for the next show. First, we want to welcome our guest. He is our very first guest on Queens of the Ring. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our dear friend, Wesley. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. Wesley's always in our chats for the Monday Night Raw watch along. He's sweetheart on Twitter, one of the most positive people that I've ever seen on any platform. We're so happy to have you. So I guess we could just go ahead and move into the topics. First topic actually is about you, Wesley. We want to know all about you. Tell us, whatever you feel comfortable talking about. But specifically, how did you become a wrestling fan, and who are your favorite wrestlers?
How I got started in liking wrestling, it was before I was even born.
Oh, wow.
That sounds about like me. I love it.
He was born into it.
I love it. That's awesome.
Cool.
So,
and then my favorite wrestlers are Sting and Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Sting. I'm a Sting. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Who are some of your favorite current wrestlers?
I think you already know what I'm getting ready to say, Kelly.
I know, but not everyone knows. Go ahead, Sam.
My top favorites are Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles and John Cena.
All right.
I love that. Here, let me take a little sip from.
Oh my gosh.
You got your Drew and I got my AJ.
I love those guys. Oh, those are great.
Cheers. Cool. But that's awesome. Do you get to attend wrestling shows regularly where you are?
Yep. Been to AEW twice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. I still have to make it to an AEW show, and they're actually having Sting's last match in Greensboro, and I'm not able to go. So,
when I was at the last one in June that was here, I got a Drew McIntyre autograph.
Hey,
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
That is awesome. Drew is an amazing person. He's a very sweet person. But it's great to hear from you, and thank you for being our very first guest ever on Queens of the Ring. So our next topic, our fearless leader. What is our next topic, sir?
Like Earl says, Wesley is a loyal soldier.
He is a loyal soldier, and we love that.
He's on all of Earl's stuff.
So, your predictions for this year's Hall of Fame. And we will go around table and see what everyone thinks. I definitely have who I think is, would be really good candidates, but we will see. Wesley, since you are our guest, I'm not going to start with Denise. That's Earl's gig. That's Earl's gig, not mine. So Wesley, tell us, for predictions for the WWE Hall of Fame this year, who do you see being inducted?
Since it's going to be in Philadelphia, I'm going to have to say Paul Heyman.
That would be a very solid guess. Yes. I mean,
I like that.
ECW, hello. Even before that, you had AWA, AWA, and he was in WCW as well. He had the mullet, believe it or not. He had a mullet.
I remember the mullet.
With a big old block cell phone being the yuppie.
And that.
But that's a very solid. That's a very solid.
Gray sports coat that he would always wear.
Oh my god! and had the biggest mouth. Him and Cornette. It was always like who had the biggest mouth and
right.
But that's a great.
I really like that.
Especially for the manager. Absolutely. Sarah, do you have any predictions?
I'm trying to think who could possibly qualify.
And EBCV, I agree. Paul Heyman already should be in there, but sometimes they'll want to put it off for whatever reason. But given the fact that it's in Philadelphia, I think this is a really.
I would really hope so. I'm trying to think who. Somebody who I think is pretty underrated. Andy was in WWE, WWF at the time, and then he went to WCW. involved, and he was involved with the Wolfpack, would be Lex Luger.
That's a really good guess too, because I think
I think that would be
talked about him
cool.
for what, last year or 2 years ago. That was, I had heard that was going to happen, but
Oh, really?
yeah, it wound up not happening. But given that they just released that like retrospective of his career on the WWE YouTube channel, I think that's a really good solid guess.
I hope they do it. I think it's well deserved. He's very underrated. And I did also just want to say, I know Earl brought it up, but I do really hope that they do induct Bray Wyatt. I think that would be the right thing to do.
Absolutely, that was one I was going to bring up too.
I just don't know how you guys felt about that, or if you had any insight.
And Earl actually in our chat brought up Charles Robinson. There are very few referees that have been inducted, and I think Charlie would be a great. I mean, Charlotte,
that would be good.
He is one of the best. I freaking love him. I got to see him back in September.
I've always loved him. I mean, like from the WCW days when he was Lil Nate, and and he lives here in Charlotte. I used to see him when he would go see his late wife. She worked in the same building that I did.
Oh wow!
And yeah, and actually, what's funny is when my husband Charlie was working as a Uber driver, he actually picked him up one time.
Oh my gosh, is that cool?
Yeah, and anytime there's like Mad Monster Party here in Charlotte, he's a big like horror movie fan. He's always at Mad Monster Party here.
Guy after my own heart.
Yeah, and he's a big Wham fan. He's a big George Michael fan, and that's always going to score points.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, both of the Charles Robinson, and definitely I was going to talk about Bray Wyatt when it came to my turn too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
Oh,
didn't
no, because I mean, that's definitely another discussion right there, because I mean, he is
Of
to say he
course.
is deserving is
kind of an understatement.
yes, absolutely. Because there were three that I was going to mention. He was one of them, and yes, Mitch, Bray Wyatt. I mean, honestly, I say induct the entire Wyatt family, because you got Luke Harper, who unfortunately has passed away, and Eric Rowan. That faction was so amazing, and it was so ahead of its time, and Bray's creative genius. I mean, and what's funny is I watched the FCW retrospective on the WWE Network or Peacock or whatever, and to see his progression from Husky Harris to developing this Bray Wyatt character in FCW, and how he would speak and everything. Like Sasha Banks actually said on there, when he started talking, I don't know what he was selling, but I would buy it.
Oh yeah, he was great.
So compelling. I completely agree. NFL Reality Check. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Denise. Do you have any predictions?
To say on top of Bray Wyatt, most definitely. I mean, I don't know if it's too soon, but I was thinking, who in the heck is like that I can think of that's not in the Hall of Fame? And then I looked over, I have a WrestleMania poster right here, and I was like, Daniel Bryan.
Oh wow. I would love to see him go in. I can't see him
One of my favorites.
until he leaves AEW.
Exact, yep.
But I would love to see him go in. I mean, the Yes Movement was one of the biggest things that, helped keep that company afloat during a really tough time. I mean, he was the hottest thing in wrestling at that point.
Of course.
And then you go back and look at his body of work in WWE, and then you go all the way back to Ring of Honor when he was American Dragon originally. Oh my God. Like his matches with Nigel McGuinness alone are just like unreal. So is there anyone else that you can think of?
Oh.
Okay.
No.
I got you, girl. I got you, girl. Okay, so there are three that I had in mind. Well, other than Paul Heyman, Bray Wyatt was one of them. We kind of touched on him a little bit. For the females, why they only induct one female here, I don't know. Hello. But if they're going to induct one, given the fact that she just left Impact and her husband is now the GM of SmackDown,
Oh, Mickey.
Mickie James.
Yep.
I didn't
I
even
agree
think
on that one.
Yeah.
like in already or not. So it's like, see, for me, I would have thought that she would have already been in the Hall of Fame, but
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, thinking of the matches that she had with Trish, Michelle McCool. I mean, that entire era, she was one of the best, if not the best, in-ring performers at one point. I'm still pissed off about the whole Piggy James BS that they had her doing.
That was just that's disgusting. I'm
was
sorry.
Disgusting and
Deplorable.
oh God, she gained 5 pounds. Oh no, shut up.
How can someone tell me that that was a hint idea?
Yeah, and look, I mean, I'm not ashamed to say. I met Mickie James, and I was proud to tell her that she is my girl crush. I mean, she's so gorgeous, and she's so sweet, and she's so genuine. And in that ring, she helped revolutionize. She kept real women's wrestling alive in the era of what they called the divas, where for better or for worse, some people say that it wasn't the quality of female wrestling that we have now. I don't necessarily agree with that, because you had people like Mickie James and Michelle McCool who really could go in the ring. But like I said, Mickie James and Bray Wyatt, and the other one who was supposed to go in the year of COVID.
oh, Dave.
Big Dave Batista.
About him because I thought he already was just because
he was supposed to. Yeah, he was supposed to in 2020, and then COVID, and then they were going to try to induct him in 2021, but because of the COVID protocols, he wasn't able to, because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Batista has asthma. So the fact that he was able to do what he was able to do in the ring and having to suffer with asthma is amazing. But given his compromised lung condition, he didn't want to risk that coming, in the middle of
I can't say I blame him at all.
Going on, absolutely. But Batista definitely needs to.
Wait. I just thought of one.
Okay.
Did they induct Evolution?
No,
they did not.
That would be
I'm surprised it's
bomb.
not yet.
I am too.
That would be the bomb.
And you would have Randy would finally get in with something.
Yes.
And then
He's gonna be eventually. He's gonna be a first freaking. Come on.
But then you have Batista, who's not in. But you have Ric Flair, who's in like 2 or 3 times, like 2 times already.
That would make it great.
And then Triple H is already in with DX. So,
yeah.
But I think Wendy Richter was already inducted.
Oh, that's a good point, Earl.
I think she was already inducted, though. I think she was. I know that she had a lot of bitterness after she was, the whole original screw job, as I said, with Moolah being the spider lady and everything. She was actually just at WrestleCade, believe it or not. We walked by her table several times. But those are the ones that I would like to see. And I love the fact that Earl brought up Charles Robinson.
I like that too. I never would have thought of that.
And I'm going to say this. They need to change the name of the Warrior Award to the Shad Gaspard Award. Because Shad is a true hero. And
yes,
I will stand by that. I will stand by that. That should be the Shield. They should be, but you still, they're all 3 still very active. And Moxley, they're not going to put Moxley in until he's gone from AEW, I don't think. I mean, they cut him out of the picture during the Shield 10-year anniversary. I still think that's. I thought that was petty as hell, but yeah, I mean, the Shield's very, a very important part of recent WWE history. But I think those are all very solid guesses. Heyman for manager, Mickie for women, and then you have Batista and the Wyatt family. Charles Robinson would be great. I I think those are all very solid guesses. I guess we start to find out around what Royal Rumble time they start announcing like the first inductee. So we shall see.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't believe how fast that's sneaking up on us. Good God.
Can you believe it?
It's
2
almost
weeks from today is the day after Christmas.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Stop.
And I still like
Oh,
to finish
sure.
Christmas shopping.
New Year, Jesus, Mary for Christ.
Lord.
Oh. Like Earl says, this year went by so quickly.
It really
But
did.
we had a
Uh-huh.
heck of a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun on the Raw Watch.
Like I said, even if the show sucks, we don't.
We
Still
don't.
keep you entertained.
If we don't do anything, we entertain ourselves. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So that's some very solid choices for our predictions for the WWE Hall of Fame this year. Remember, finding out Taker was getting inducted in 2022. I lost and started to cry. I did the same thing with Sting, but you know, I am glad that he is getting his final ride in AEW and is actually going out on his own terms, even though I don't want him to go out. But you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So
It's my own selfishness that doesn't want Sting to retire because I just enjoy watching him so much. I get so much nostalgia thinking back to when I was a little kid watching him. I just
tell me about it. Tell me about it. And I do have a Sting story. I think I may save that story for later. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket because
okay.
it's quite humorous.
I know what it is.
Yeah, she knows what it is. It's quite humorous. We will spill that tea at another time. So, all right. So
I hate to bring up this piece of trash, but I'll pull a riddle.
oh God. Oh God. No,
That's why I said I hate to bring up this piece of trash, but
yeah, let's, or just get Drew to come up to me and go. I'll be quiet.
I will do anything you tell me to, sir.
Whatever you say, Mr. Galloway. All right. So our next topic. Do you have any wrestling memorabilia? It doesn't have to be all of it, but if you've got specific pieces that you would like to show, let's see them. Wesley, do you have anything that you would like to share as far as wrestling memorabilia goes?
Let me go get that autograph back.
Oh, autographs. Yes, let's see that. Nope.
Hold on.
I think we're going to go grab them.
It's all good. 'Cause I've got 4 things to show, and they all have stories because of course they do. It's me. So
You're the storyteller of the group.
tell her, oh God.
You always have stories. I love hearing that stuff. It's just, to me, it's very interesting. And
as long as me, you have stories.
Besides the shirts, like I'm trying to think of the other one.
I have one other thing besides the shirts to show.
I don't have any, so that'll give you guys all time.
You don't have like a figure or anything? I mean, I could kind of show over in Josie's play area. Her Barbie dollhouse is full of Drew McIntyre figures in the pool. I mean, you know. Oh, you have the Unbucked Bullet Club figure, Funko Pops. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, we have. Yes, I have a couple of those. Actually, Drew signed one specifically for Josie and gave that to her. Yes, I remember.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, where did you get that, Wes? Where'd you
I
get that?
got that in gym.
Okay, at a live event.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, actually, I've got one of those sitting over there. And then Josie's is her specific one is in her room. Yes,
I got that one right over there.
Yep.
Right over there. I'm looking at it right now.
Hi, Andrew. How are you? Yes. Yeah, I've been in her apartment. Believe me, I know everything.
And there's more. There's more since she's been here.
God. I'm gonna have to make
okay.
it a point when I'm down there in February. I'm gonna have to make it a point to
Oh Jesus!
have to come to your apartment for some odd reason. And
I'm sorry, if I didn't have $100 side plate sitting outside, I wouldn't mind wanting to come here. I kid you not, it was like the day I left to go to them to meet them at Disney. I had ordered an AJ hat and the side plates, and like freaking course they have to get delivered the day I leave to go to them.
No.
Like, I'm not leaving $100 side plate sitting on my front porch.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I went with her too, so she could retrieve that and see all and draw. I mean, see all of her Drew stuff and everything.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, EBCV, you've got Young Bucks, Bullet Club, and New Japan Pro Wrestling Funko Pop figurines. That's awesome. I've actually got the Drew figure Funko Pop over there, and we've got a couple of them pairs, but I think most of the ones we have are hockey, and I think we got a Bob Ross, and I've got a Joey Ramone one too.
Bob Ross.
My sister-in-law used to sell Funko Pops.
I love that.
Oh, you have Christine has Taker, Drew, The Rock, and the Drew action figure with the WWE title. I mean, I've got like a bunch of Drew figures like lined up over there that are still in the boxes. There's one special one that I'm going to show, and then Josie's got
That's how they hold their value.
And Josie's got her Barbie dream house, filled with her Drew, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Alexa Bliss, and Sheamus figures.
Who needs Barbies when you have WWE figures? Who needs Barbies?
Well, I mean, Barbie's got new boyfriends is all I can say.
Barbie's a little bit of a hoe. Oops.
I mean, have you seen some of them? I'm just saying. I mean, I'm with her on that one.
Well,
so Denise, would you like to show us a couple of pieces of memorabilia that you have? I see a couple of them behind you.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I do have
especially that one right there.
Banners.
That one's from WrestleMania and Tampa.
They're both WrestleMania. This is Tampa. This was from oh my God, Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I have an AJ going on right over there. And I have.
Hi.
Ooh, there you go.
We've got one of those. I think that is that the same one that I got Josie?
Yes.
Yeah. I've actually got for Christmas last year. I found it one of those banners on eBay and got it for Josie for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Like
we still haven't hung it yet. we gotta find a place where the walls are long enough.
Got autographs left and right from Drew, Randy, and AJ. None personal, unfortunately. I can't even tell you how many action figures of the AJ bypass Drew. Drew and Randy.
Randolph.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, not sorry. No.
Mitch is asking if we're going to WrestleMania this year. Unfortunately, no.
No, I wish.
But I am
going to Royal Rumble.
And I'm dragging my mama with her first event.
Oh,
you're what?
I'm going to Royal Rumble in Tampa, and I'm dragging my mother with me. She has no desire. I asked her, I know you have absolutely no desire whatsoever to go to a WWE event. She's like, yeah.
Mother-daughter bonding.
But would you be willing to go to one? And she didn't hesitate to say yes. And I looked at her and I'm like, say what now? What? You're going to see a child in her element. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's awesome.
If you think you should have seen the two of us in Nashville last year at SummerSlam. It was pretty damn hilarious. I'm just saying.
That's why I've told Earl this. I'm like, he and Mitch are both going to WrestleMania. I would love to see videos of them together at WrestleMania.
Mitch Kosky, I know you're listening, our fearless leader. Make that happen.
Yeah. Can you imagine the shenanigans those two are going to get up to?
Huh? What was that?
I said, can you imagine the shenanigans though that Mitch and Earl are gonna get up to when they go?
God. Is it Gary? All right. So I have 4 pieces to show off. So my first one is the one figure that I will not let Josie open. This is Mommy's special figure.
Mommy's special one.
It's because it's the Drew McIntyre 3MB.
Oh my God.
Found it on eBay. And it's signed.
Holy cow.
And it's signed.
Holy crap. I didn't even know they made those for him back then.
And
They
I had
do.
no idea that one was signed.
It,
As many times
Oh
as I've
my
actually
goodness.
seen that, I'm not.
it is signed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it is. And what's funny is, was it you that showed me? So I bought this old, it was on eBay. It was this old FCW program back when he was FCW champion. I can't even remember how much I paid for it. It was an ungodly amount, but it was signed by him. So I got that too. I've got that sitting over there actually. Yes, Christina.
That's so
3MB.
cool.
We know that I have a very special place in my heart for
very, very, very special.
because and I actually got to tell Heath at WrestleCade that because I was during the first bit of 3MB, I was pregnant with Josie, and 3MB Drew kind of helped me quite a lot.
That's an understatement.
Yes, he did.
The look on your face and your voice.
He
says it
helped you
all.
deal with it.
He did actually. But so I've got 3 shirts to show, and they all have special little stories behind them because
They
I did
do.
not buy these.
And they're all freaking amazing.
Yeah, they are. So the first one is from the last house show that we went to in Fayetteville. I know.
Rub it in.
I know.
I was like so jealous of her when Charlie sent me that picture. I was like, oh my God, I hate her so much. I don't hate her, but I hate her so much right now.
so during the Superstar experience, we had met OC, Gallows and Anderson, and Josie had made. And
Oh, I thought you meant Orange Cassidy.
That's Mitch
No.
Kosky's dream, but no.
Mitch Kosky's bestie.
Bestie, no. As in Gallows and Anderson OC. The
That's
WWE
so cool.
OC. And she had made a sign for them that included AJ, the 2 of them, and Mia Yim. They signed the sign. They put their signature on the sign during the Superstar experience. Well, when they came out for their match. And it was a 6-man tag, and they were teaming with AJ. AJ came out, and Carl Anderson we were on front row and saw the sign, and he did this to AJ and said, "Look over there." And AJ looked and said, "I love it, darling. I love it." And then he come out and he took his shirt off and walked right over to Josie and handed it to her.
No way.
That's awesome.
I know.
Denise got to touch it when she was here
I
last
did.
time.
I did. I didn't let it go. I'm like, I want to bring this home with me. I was like, this is on him. I want it so much.
Oh.
This is straight off. All of these that I'm getting ready to show you are straight off the
They're off
body
the bat, their
of
backs.
professional wrestlers. Yes.
That is
This
so
is the most recent one in the collection, though. AJ was awesome, and for all 3 of
just love
these,
that
there
story.
are videos out there or pictures out there of this happening. But if you notice, I don't know if he was going to try to tear it or something, but he's got a little has a little tear.
Oh, he's always
yeah.
the shirts.
Yeah.
And come on, Christina. When you know me when it comes to AJ. Come on now.
We know. Yes.
Come on now.
Okay, so the second one has a little 2-part story. The first, so in March of last year, she came down and we went to a SmackDown, SmackDown, and in the dark match, the Bloodline was facing Drew and Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. Well, Roman came out with the new shirt, that greatness on another level shirt, or on a different level, the God Mode shirt. And he was like, because we were on the entrance aisle, And he's like, and I've got pictures of him eyeballing me, like giving me this look. And then I've got a video of him going, you got to get one of these, talking about his shirt, because he didn't like the fact I was wearing a Drew shirt. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not getting that. But so fast forward to May last year, and we go to this house show in Florence. And once again, we're on front row. Josie has her Drew sign that says Josie lives in Claymore Country. He sees it, and he already knew that she was going to be there. He pointed to her and everything. Well, they took Roman's shirt, that same shirt, the Greatness on a Different Level shirt, and Kofi snatched it and was acting like he's going to throw it out in the crowd here. You know, and well, the Usos grabbed it and like snatched it back and threw it in the corner, like being, you know, party poopers like they tend to do all the time. I was looking over at Drew and I could see his wheels turning. I could see him thinking something. All of a sudden, he slides under the bottom rope, goes over to their side, snatches the shirt, and makes a beeline for Josie. And so Josie got the shirt right off of Roman's back.
Against Roman's wishes.
Thanks to
I
Drew.
think that's hilarious.
So, and what's funny, he handed it to her. He said, "Here you go, Josie." And she just looked and went, "Thank you, Drew." And then she looked back at Roman and goes, and Roman's like, fussing like, "Hey, that's my shirt. That's my shirt." And she's like, "It's mine now." There's a video.
Oh, that's so funny.
There's a video that I just recently posted from that show of her interacting with Roman. Roman looked at her and said, "I want my shirt back." And she goes, "Drew gave it to me. It's mine." Like she like holds it out and goes, "Drew gave it to me. It's mine."
Oh, good grief.
Please to bring the poster of your favorite wrestler. I'm just saying, and be 8 years old. That, you know, that kind of helps too. But I just thought it was funny that Roman was telling me that I got to get this shirt, and well, I got it.
Like, you can mail me my shirt back, lady. No, it
No,
belongs to my daughter.
no, we're not gonna have it.
Wow, bitch.
All right, so the
Absolutely
last
not.
shirt. So the last shirt was also last year. Josie and I did a road trip where we hit 2 house shows. The first one was in North Charleston, and then North Charleston, and then the other one was in Fayetteville with the North Charleston show. Hi, Crystal, how are you? So once again, Drew knew she was going to be there, and that's where that same sign poster that Wesley has, he signed it specifically for her, and had the coordinator of the Superstar Experience give it to her. Well, so Drew comes out. So it was the Street Profits versus the Bloodline for the tag team championships. Well, Sheamus, who's still a heel at this time, comes out and helps them attack. Like it turns into like a disqualification, and like helps the Usos attack the Street Profits. Well, here comes Drew, and they make it a 6-man tag. Well, Drew takes off his shirt, you know, much to my amusement and pleasure.
Delight.
Yeah, much to my delight. Yeah. But he took off the shirt and he threw it to they have, you know, the WWE security guys like around the ring. Threw it to the guy. And I turn around and I'm looking in the ring, and all of a sudden I turn around and Josie's got this shirt. And I'm like, "Oh my God, you got Drew's shirt." She's like, "I got his shirt." And there's, like I said, there's a video of her screaming, "I got my shirt. I got his shirt." And she goes, "Oh my gosh," and hugs it and says, "I need to smell it," because and the reason why is because Roman smelled like fruit salad. Roman smelled like fruit salad for some reason.
Well, that's because he is a fruit.
So
Fruit cup, bitch.
but Drew smelled really good, by the way. I'm getting ready to shut, but I turned to the security guard and I said, you know, "Thank you for giving her that shirt." And he said, "Oh no, Drew told me to give it to her." So, and it was right after the Medieval Metal first came out. And this is
Oh,
right
is that
off,
cool?
this is right off the back, the rather muscular back. And by the way, both him and Roman, where they have a size large, it's a size large. That's why they look like they're about to pop out of them because they're wearing them.
Yeah, because they probably wear 2 sizes too small.
Yes, that's exactly it. They want to make their muscles look as big as possible.
Oh my God, I would be so uncomfortable. No, thank you.
The AJ is a medium, but then again, I mean, it does kind of cut and like the sleeves are cut and everything.
Yeah,
but
I wonder if that's why. Is because he was planning on like ripping it off or something, or maybe
was
they were
wondering the same
planning
thing.
on having it ripped in the match.
Yeah, I was. At first, I thought so, but Josie got it instead. So, but anyway, that is my memorabilia that I am showing off tonight. And haha, Christina, and yes, Mitch, I'm so glad you got your brownies.
Brownies.
Yeah, I got my.
Yeah, we have memorabilia. Mitch has brownies.
Mm.
And when you said memorabilia, I thought you meant like autographs. I'm like, nope, I don't have any of that.
No, it can be.
I have a CM Punk shirt, but it's in the laundry right now, so I don't have it with me. It's down in the dryer.
That's okay.
But it's downstairs, and I ordered the new one that
the Hell Froze Over
came out with. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the new one for WWE. So I'm waiting to get that.
I have like, I want to say now I have 27 Drew shirts, including a black label.
Oh my God!
Including a black label shirt from ICW.
Oh.
So.
You think
Holy
that's
cow?
No. I beat her.
She's got more Drew shirts than me. Yeah.
I have over
Really?
30 Drew and actually I may have close to 30 Drew. I have over 30 AJ, and I think I have like maybe 25 Randy.
Mitch that's 28 Mitch shirts.
But no, like legit, no lie.
Almost.
I have a shit ton of shirts when it comes to with the three of them combined.
Yeah, I only have Drew. Although I do have a couple of like specific to, like the I Was There shirts. I've got a couple of those, mostly because Drew's on is one of the superstars on them. So,
sure.
But yeah, but that was fun. We'll have to do another one where we show off memorabilia sometime, like different pieces.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. All right, so next topic, fearless leader. Who is your all-time favorite heel?
Oh, I know.
Bad guy. So Wesley, we will start with you again since you are our esteemed guest. Who is your all-time heel?
Okay, I got 2 of them.
Okay.
The first one's going to be Hulk Hogan when he hit the leg drop on Randy Savage at Bash at the Beach.
Hollywood Hogan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be Drew.
Are you talking about like during Chosen One or Scottish Psychopath? Or what he's doing now?
How about back in the day?
Oh, okay. I mean, you gave one of mine away, but what did you like? What exactly for Hogan and for Drew? What exactly did you like about him?
I like that Hogan, when he finally toned, I was little. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, with retrospect, you can kind of look and see. You could kind of see it coming because the tide had really kind of turned towards hating him at that point. But still, when it happened, especially when you find out that it was originally supposed to be Sting turning heel. Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he was supposed to be the third man. Yes. Believe it or not, he was.
And they subbed him out with Hulk Hogan.
Well, but it turned out for the better because that build towards Starrcade with Sting, Sting being in the year and a half of silence. That's one of the best builds that's ever happened in all of wrestling. So, but I guess because people were not ready for Sting really to be a heel at that point because he was still, even though he did kind of need to change his character, he still was very universally loved. So
yes,
but okay, Sarah, who is your all-time favorite heel?
I have a tie for 2, and they're two that I still love very much today would be Edge, particularly when he would because I think I mentioned this. I don't know if I have, but and that was going to be my other one, Mitch, is Randy.
Oh, you talking
Randy
about
Orton?
Evolution?
Randy Orton is he doesn't discriminate. He'll freaking RKO anybody, man, woman, child. He doesn't give a rip. So
except for Jey Uso.
Yeah, I know. I wish he would have done that one, but never mind.
I get it.
I'm patient on that.
So that's why I like Randy Orton, is because he's an equal opportunity RKOer. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He'll whoop the crap out of you. It doesn't matter. And Edge, I've gone back to rewatch. I've started with Raw and then I'll go to SmackDown, but go back and rewatch Raw on Peacock, and especially when he gets obsessed with the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Like when in 2006, when he's in with Lita and he's just doing all this underhanded, sneaky crap, hitting people with the briefcase, and then he cashes in and wins against John. I mean, that was I truly believe that's where Seth Rollins got it from, is right after John Cena finished that match and he's all bloodied and nasty, Edge cashes in on him and gets the title. So Edge is definitely one of my favorite heels. He can do both babyface and heel beautifully.
He's one of those rare people who can do both.
Yes.
And
it doesn't matter.
Edge with Lita, God, that was so hot. Oh God.
I know.
Oh, and you don't have to sell me on the virtues of Edge, because whoo, Lord. As far as Randy goes,
I love Edge.
What is your favorite version of heel Randy? Is it like Evolution Randy? Is it like the one that everyone talks about, 2009 Randy? Is it when he was in the pandemic, putting on disguises as a janitor and and punting the.
To me, that was just kind of goofy with the disguises. Definitely the 2009 Randy. I mean, yeah, he was a heel in Evolution, but at the same time, once he got the title, that's when Triple H and Ric Flair kicked him out. Kicked him out, and then he instantly turned babyface. So he didn't get very heelish to me in that. More like heel tendencies, I guess. But definitely 2009 Randy. That was good. That was so good.
That scene where he's pushing the buttons, trying to make the thing explode. Oh my God. He looks like a bratty child, and his mom is telling him, "Don't you touch it." He's like, oh my God.
He's looking right at her.
I watched that. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah.
Randy, EBCV says, Earl Cole mentioned MJF, and someone I'm going to mention, Roddy Piper.
Ooh, MJF. Yes.
He honestly has surprised me. He's a pretty good baby face too. I never would have imagined
an amazing job right now.
Never would have imagined him as a good face, but he is.
I love MJF.
All right. Denise, who is your all-time favorite heel?
2009 Randy.
Randolph.
I mean, again, I can't even really use him because I didn't experience him, but definitely going back and watching, definitely 2009 Randy, especially when he had his feud with Triple H and the whole thing with him and Stephanie in the ring.
My God, when he kissed Stephanie oh my God, that was another level of holy shit, did he really just do that? Oh my God.
You really do. I know you're a badass right now, but you really do have a death wish.
Yeah.
Handcuffing Triple H gave him permission to do that,
where he can't go anywhere, and having his wife right out of arm's reach and doing that to her. You've got balls, dude. Ooh. God damn.
Yeah, that was woo, Lord. that was a crazy time. I mean,
Like I said, on another level, man.
and Mitch mentioned Triple H. He was a really good.
Yeah.
It did get. The reign of terror, as they say, did become obnoxious. But
The
that
McMahon
was kind of the
Helmsley
whole
era.
point. If you absolutely hated him, he was still really good at it. John Cena, his heel turn. So for me, Earl mentioned Roddy Piper. I loved. As a child, I loved Roddy Piper, especially when he was here in the Carolinas. But when he went to WWE, and people don't realize if there had not been a Roddy Piper, there wouldn't have been a Hulk Hogan, which means that there wouldn't have been no big explosion of wrestling in the 80s like it was. Roddy Piper, to me, made the Hulk Hogan character believable as a face. Although I always cheered for Roddy anyway, it didn't matter. But Roddy is another one that was equally as good at being a face. I never thought he would be a very good face, but he wound up being a really good face as well. The CM Punk year of him being in the Straight Edge Society, the way he
that's another good one.
Way he tormented Jeff Hardy. Oh my God, the talking about Jeff's demons, which. And other people did it after that, and it was ad nauseum at that point, but that they kept bringing that up and everything. It was just like, okay, you can stop doing that now. It's okay. But
it was cool the first time or two. Now it's just getting old and worn out.
But Punk did it the best because you knew that Punk really believed his convictions about no drugs and alcohol and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He talked about Drew. The chosen one. One came around at the time that I really needed an escape in my life, and seeing this dude just be as ruthless as he could be, I loved it. And then when he went on the Indies and he went to ICW and became Black Label, and he was just people think that Drew's being vicious now. That ain't got nothing on him in 2015, 2016 ICW. No.
Wow.
Yeah. And I did love the Scottish Psychopath years too. I loved his team with Dolph, and not so much when he was with Shane. I loved him, but the whole, what were they doing with him at the time? But yeah, I love the Scottish Psychopath, and I'm really excited with what they're doing with him right now. They better not F this up. I swear to God. But someone I'm surprised you didn't bring up was Brady AJ Styles in TNA.
I was going to, God, Jesus. I was going to say, Brady AJ Styles.
Brady AJ Styles.
He was a brat and a half. Oh my
Lord
God.
Jesus. Throwing a temper tantrum, having to dress up in a turkey costume.
Oh my God.
Dress up as Rudolph. I'm like, I was crying.
It don't fit. I can't put it on. It don't fit.
It doesn't fit. I was like, shut up, quit being a little brat, put on the goddamn costume because you lost your match. Man, just put it on. Come on.
Put it on. And yes, Christina, Drew and Dolph were a top team.
Naughty
and there's
Blaze.
Naughty. It's about time.
I was gonna say another two on top of Brady, AJ, and TNA, and Christina, love you. When he went after Taker in 2020.
Oh
my God! It's like,
that
dude,
was
you have a death wish.
AJ too. I loved it. I loved it. Tatiana, yeah, definitely Scottish Psychopath. Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. But yeah, and there's been so many good heels. You love to hate them, or you just love them. I've always been a heel girl myself for the most part. Sting kind of turned my life around on that one, but but we all have.
He saved me
from my life of sin. Yeah, right. Okay. And Blaze, hey, he can't wait to join you ladies in February for the show.
Naughty!
Naughty! Yes!
Yay!
Awesome! him.
Party time.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait. But yes, there's been so many amazing heels in wrestling. All right, fearless leader, our next topic, please. Predictions for the male and female Royal Rumble matches. I'm assuming who is going to win. If you've got a top 4 that you think is going to, if you've got a top 4 in mind, do that as well. So Wesley, what is your predictions for male Royal Rumble?
Okay. I'm going to have to say Drew, AJ, and I hate to say this, I'm going to have to go with CM Punk and Gunther.
Yeah, I mean those are really solid. And I think it would be awesome
All
to
of
have
them.
AJ in that in the 4 in that mix in the 4. Given him, I'm wondering if they're going to bring him back in the weeks leading up to it. I hope so.
Dude, if he actually does, oh my God, I will cry. I'll be like,
I know
Mom,
you will
I promise
cry.
I'm not crazy. If he wins the Royal, I will, and I get to see that in person, I will cry. I'm already gonna cry. I cried when he came back in May, and I'm gonna cry when he comes back again and he wins the Royal Rumble, and I get to see that in person. I'm gonna cry.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry seeing him anyway. And Blaze
Yeah,
Radio.
like I said, when he, so like literally, I'm not even kidding you. The other freaking day, I miss him so. I miss him so much. And I was like, I don't know why I'm torturing myself watching episodes back from August, but I'm like, I had to will myself not to cry. I'm like, I miss you so much. Oh my God.
I feel you.
You need to get back to me, please.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm telling you. I've told you the story about when Money in the Bank was going on. We were flying from Richmond, Virginia to Charlotte, eventually going out to Reno. And when we landed in Charlotte, I got message after message after message like, oh my God, you gotta watch after the Gunther match. And I'm like, okay, well, I know what that means. So I turned it on and we're like sitting in the airport and I'm waiting on it. We're like eating lunch, and all of a sudden I hear that sword go shring, and I'm like, and I just start crying. I'm like, oh my God, he came back! Oh, he's back! And people are looking at me like, what in the hell is wrong with her? What is wrong? And I'm like, you don't understand. Drew is back. I mean, that's how strongly we feel. I mean, that is what it is. Mitch needs to get kicked in the beans. And he says, please tell Mitch is about asking about attractive wrestlers again. We're gonna make sure it gets asked just for you, Blaze.
Please tell me Mitch isn't asking.
Why is everyone picking 4 people for the Rumble? You know, only one can win, right? We're talking about the final 4. So Wesley, you picked your final 4. Of those 4, who do you think is going to win?
I think that's an obvious answer. I'm going to say this. Drew freaking McIntyre.
You know, I mean, if he winds up not winning this day 1 match against Seth, it's absolutely possible.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lord, who knows at this point? God, I mean, USIWC it's gonna be Punk. It's gonna be. It's like, can you just happen? You know? Oh God, I hope not. Okay, you're always ball busting there, Blaze. You're always ball busting up. It's okay. It's okay.
We love you anyway, Blaze.
Yes, we do. As far as the women's Royal Rumble, who do you think? What's your prediction?
I'm going to take a guess. The final 4 is going to be Charlotte, Liz, Shayna Baszler, and I'm pulling this out on a whim, Mickie James.
Oh, you think Mickie might enter the? Well, I mean, she did a couple of years ago when when she was Impact Women's Champion. Yeah, that's the only thing. Charlotte did just have she did have a serious knee injury, so I don't know if she's going to be able to make it back in time. Yeah, Xavier, I completely agree with that. I'm just saying.
You
Okay.
too.
But I mean, I mean, other than Charlotte, you know, but of course we're going to have to see what happens with her injury. We will see.
Mhm.
Sarah, what are your predictions for the men's Royal Rumble?
Well,
Aileen,
I think Final Four, Cody, Punk, Gunther, and Randall.
Randolph.
Well, yeah. No. Well, I don't know. I want Drew to be in the Final Four, but they never freaking do what we want them to do. So that's why I think Gunther will end up being in the Final Four, especially since he started from number 1 and was in the final 2 last year, or
Yeah.
this year, I should say.
We
I
all
would
know
love
Triple
for
H
Drew
is-
to be in there.
Yeah,
I
we
would love for
know
Drew to be in
Triple
there.
H is allergic to my happiness. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
But,
He's allergic to a lot of our happiness.
Yes,
Let's
he
just-
is.
Let's just be real here.
Yeah.
But I could see what I could see them doing is Punk winning the Rumble and challenging Rollins at WrestleMania, or Cody winning and challenging Roman, or I could see Randy winning and challenging Roman. Basically, whatever doesn't happen in Royal Rumble, I think is going to happen at Elimination Chamber.
You know, because we don't know who all is going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we're just kind of picking at air at this point because like I said, we don't know who all is going to be entering.
Yeah.
If they're going to be, you know, any championship matches at the Royal Rumble, you know, and if any of those are going to be participating in the Royal Rumble, we don't know. It says Orange Cassidy's going to win the Rumble. Yes, he is, guys. Yes, he is.
Surprise entrant.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
just throw that forbidden door wide ass open, okay? Earl says
Oh, I love that.
Nia is going to win the Royal Rumble for her. And Shayna Baszler, Becky, and Bianca Belair. That's a very solid 4 choice for the women's. The Miz.
That's who
eliminate
I
The
want
Miz.
to. I want to see Shayna Baszler win.
The Miz.
She's
The Miz will.
long overdue. I want Shayna Baszler to win for sure, but I could totally see Becky winning it to go on to challenge Rhea.
I think that's. I would.
I
love
think
that.
that's.
I mean, honestly, Shayna really should have won at WrestleMania 36, but you know that's just me, and I love Becky. So, but
Yes.
Blaze Naughty Blaze says F Nia Jax. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, don't get me
We
started.
second that.
Yeah,
I think we all think
I could
that.
see them all a bunch of them ganging up on her and tossing her out.
I hope so.
I was
Um,
She
thinking
can
the
walk
same
her
thing.
bull right out of the ring.
Mitch says the Miz will eliminate Orange Cassidy. So Sarah, as far as the women, the Final Four of the women, what do you think?
Final Four of the women: Shayna, Becky. I think it's going to be somebody from Damage Control, possibly. And then I'm trying to think. Maybe Bianca. Maybe. I'm trying to think who else. I could see potentially one of the NXT call-ups being in the Final Four.
Ooh,
Perhaps like Indy, or it just depends on how Triple H books it. I mean, but I would, like I said, hands down I would absolutely love to see Shayna win it. Absolutely would love to see her win that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Xavier, and I'm going to actually Bailey's in my predictions. A little bit of a spoiler alert right there, because I think there's going to be there's that friction with Damage Control is going to continue.
That's why I think it's going to be
so-
Bailey, somebody from Damage Control. Something is going to happen with them where it's going to be something's going to be going on with them. So like, whether Bailey is in late, like stays in till the final four, and the rest of Damage Control comes down and screws her out of winning, I could see that happening. I could see it where Bailey wins and challenges Rhea. I don't know. But I could totally see the rest of Damage Control coming down and screwing Bailey out of winning the Rumble.
No, I could see that, or the reverse, her actually winning and challenging
Her actually
at WrestleMania.
Ooh, I would like that. I'd pay to see
that's
that.
That's actually spoiler alert. Like I said, that's my prediction. Hello, Philly's special cards. So Denise, for the men's, what's your predictions?
I already half. I agree with Sarah. I hate to even, but mention it. But they've already both announced themselves being in it. Punk and Cody. Again, a lot can go up in the freaking air, especially with these titles and shit and what's going on right now. I am, again, I'm still holding hope out for AJ to be a part of it. And my fourth, if he's not gonna be in a title, again, see, it's hard because of what's I'm going to break the rules and give my 5 and then have Randy and Drew in there too. Because like I said, if they're not in a title match, they are going to be in that Royal Rumble match.
And to me, they both have a more compelling story with Roman going after Roman than
all three of them, Randy, Drew, and AJ.
They all have a more compelling story with Roman than that other one. I mean, I'm just saying.
They do.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So who do you think? Who? I mean, we want in our hearts whoever is our favorite is going to win, but this is Triple H we're talking. So and there's a lot of egos involved in this too. So who do you think is going to win?
I already am going to curse up a storm if it does happen, but the newest edition of Raw, which I don't think he needs to earn his way to Seth. You don't do with him what you do with Cody. Don't just freaking give him a goddamn win and put him up against somebody for a title.
Agreed. I think that it's ridiculous. That the whole, just throw him out there and have and we don't necessarily know that Punk is wanting to do that. We don't know. We weren't in contract negotiations, and we don't know what's in his brain. But his fans are literally like, "Oh, he's gonna win it! Oh, he deserves it. He's gonna win it." It's like,
you don't deserve shit. You need to earn it.
He's gonna win it.
Earn it. And that's what one of the major reasons I can't stand Cody is because number 30 last year, that Royal Rumble was literally handed to him. Drew was made to lose at Clash of the Castle because of Cody's contract. So I mean, hello. I mean, but yeah, I can see that that's where they're going to be going. Unfortunately, I think Wesley's having some technical difficulties. That's okay. Hopefully, he'll be coming back. As far as the women's Royal Rumble, what do you think?
Females, definitely.
Oh, freaking naughty boys!
And Tonica.
It's time to celebrate, Hanukkah.
Oh
my God, harmonica.
Okay, not a Jew.
That is the best Jew. That is the
Yeah.
best Hanukkah song ever.
It took over from the dreidel song ages ago, man. I'm just saying. But so your predictions for the women's?
Definitely Shayna. Trying to think of all those who are out there that you would think wouldn't. I do see Becky again too. If she's not involved in a title match, I do see her too going to the end. I'm trying to think of people who like. Oh, I mean, I know you're thinking Bailey. In a way, I do see it, but also too, I am thinking of Kyrie. Could be maybe because I mean, you give her the chance. I mean, she's a little spitfire in the ring.
Oh yes, she is.
And the fourth, I'm just trying to think of a fourth.
Blaze, Sasha, and MJF in the Rumble.
Oh God.
But it's wrestling. Never say never. I'm joking. I don't know how much of a joke it is. You never know.
Is that for real?
Especially with Sasha, you definitely,
Oh yeah, I could see her coming back for sure. Now that Vince McMahon is gone.
Bye.
Bye,
Bitch.
And that fourth one. Oh God, I don't know. I like Blaze's train of thought though.
Yeah.
If Sasha
That would be
back
awesome.
even as a surprise entrant, dude, that would be
Amazing. Actually. That would be amazing. Yes. So who do you see winning out of those four? Naughty Blaze. He is
and if she did, I could see Sasha. But if not, I would like to see Shayna.
Solid choice. I can see Jay Cargill in the Rumble, not winning, but eliminating a bunch of people. Hopefully, Nia. That I could totally see. That would be a really good debut for her if they're going to go ahead and put her on the main
I
roster.
like that idea.
I want to see.
Speaking of
That would
Jade,
be awesome.
Oh, I want to see the 4 horsewomen in a fatal 4-way at Mania. Oh, we never got that. That would be amazing. Oh my
that would be so cool.
That would be amazing.
So, okay, so for me, for the men, I see you have 3 stories that people are talking about. You got Drew's story, you got Punk's story, you got Cody's dad's story. Excuse me. And then the case can definitely be made for Gunther to be in that Final 4 again. Who I would love to see in that 4th spot is a comeback, either AJ or Sheamus. A little bit of a twist there.
Back.
I'm ready for Sheamus to be back. But there are always 2 winners in the Rumble. The winner and whoever eliminates the most gets props too. Yes, absolutely.
That's very true.
But I can see them putting Gunther in that final spot.
Yeah.
Of course, my heart wants Drew to win this. It really does. But like I said, Triple H is very much allergic to my happiness and doesn't want to really.
Mind you, both of us.
Yeah.
Happiness.
God, unfortunately, I think it's going to be Cody. I don't want to repeat a 2-year repeat.
No.
And he's going in number 1 to make himself look even more valiant.
Oh, please.
Vomit. But unfortunately, I think he's going to wind up. Now, what I would love to see is him thinking he's won, but Drew's been out. He didn't go out over the top rope. He kind of went out under the second rope, and then he just comes out and goes bam, and knocks when he's like up on the turnbuckle and knocks him over that way, out off the top over the top rope. That's amazing, but that might make a little bit too much sense. But what do I know? I'm just a naughty nobody YouTuber. You're not a nobody to us, Blaze. We heart you.
No, you're not. We love you, Blaze.
Yes, we do. For the women's, I have Becky. I have Bianca. I have Liv coming back and being in the Final Four because she was so close to winning it last year. Like, so close to
I would
winning.
love for Liv to come back.
I would too. And Bailey, because this whole thing with damage control, kind of locking her out and everything. I think something's going to happen between them before the Royal Rumble, and that's going to give her more incentive. And I think she's going to wind up winning it and challenging Io at WrestleMania.
That would be cool.
So those are my predictions. Like I say, it's so hard to predict these right now because we don't know who all is going to be in. And as a side note, I liked it before when we didn't know who was going to be in it. When before, we're going to be, I'm declaring myself, I'm going to be number one. I liked it back in the day when they used to do the when they used to like draw the numbers, like and you didn't know which number that they picked. I just what did Blaze say? Cody can win the chamber to face Roman at Mania. In my opinion, Seth Punk doesn't need a title for Mania to be big. Thank you very much. Exactly. The big story is enough. Get Seth's title on Gunther or Drew. Those two fight it out at Mania. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. I think that would be amazing. And this time, give Drew and Gunther the proper time.
Blaze, you just killed it. Blaze, no.
No.
It's gonna be a failed cash-in.
It's gonna be a failed cash-in. Thank God.
It's just so weird how they got him. He just comes in and I'm gonna cash in.
Bitch, no, you ain't. You gonna cash it? It's gonna be a fail.
Was it you that said it a couple weeks ago, Cherry, when we were doing the Raw watch along? I could totally see the briefcase that JD McDonagh gave him, not actually having the contract in it. I could totally see that happening.
That's plausible, and something is eating at me, telling me that when Drew joined the Judgment Day Survivor Series team, that he was promised something by Rhea to come in, and it not just I get my hands on
Jay
in a cage. He had to be tempted with something else. What if Rhea promised him? I'm gonna.
Now that would be cool.
I mean, it's not out of the realm.
What if what?
That's a fantastic idea.
I mean, we.
What did you say? What if what?
What if Rhea actually promised him the briefcase?
Oh yeah.
As an incentive for him to join their team at Survivor Series. I mean, not a whole lot's been said about that, and I just can't believe that Drew would just go, "Oh, so I get Jay in a cage, okay?"
Yeah, out of the kindness of his heart.
He's smarter than that, no contract in the case would be new, but when have they ever opened the case to cash it in? They just handed over and ring the bell. Yeah, that's true.
I could see them bringing up an occasion why they would need to open it if that was really the story they were going to go with. I could see them trying to write it into the storyline that they need to open the briefcase or like Priest goes and smacks somebody with it and there's nothing, and it comes open and there's nothing in the case. Something, like something like that. I could see that happening.
Yeah, as I say, anything can happen in WWE.
Literally.
I think that would be. That could be a cool, compelling story that could possibly be told. So, but I guess we will find out when this one goes to the Royal Rumble live the week before I'm going down to Florida. Damn it!
Oh man, now that would have been fun.
Yeah,
for you two to go be twinning it down in Florida.
No.
I know. Punk's first match. I saw he's going against Dominic Mysterio in a house show, which I think is
What?
smart. Let him get some of his ring rust off, facing Dominic at house shows. I think that's a very smart idea, honestly.
Yeah,
Hi,
and I
Dylan,
hope
how are you
he
doing?
whoops Dominic's
I
butt.
hope he kicks his ass royally.
I hope he just bounces him from ring post to ring post.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand dumbass Dom. I just
Oh.
cannot stand him.
Blaze,
Ugh.
was that 69 intentional? I'm assuming so.
Probably.
Dylan, how's it going?
We don't call him Naughty Blaze for nothing. Rhea cashes in the case and wins the men's Royal Rumble. Rhea leaves the meeting with the women's and men's titles. Oh, let me dream. And yes, for me. Oh my God!
Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention, you guys, Christina is going to be at Madison Square Garden the day after Christmas, too. So she'll see Earl there.
That's right. Let's see.
So
All right.
exciting for you guys.
So our esteemed leader, is there another topic for us?
Oh,
Our
man.
fearless leader,
Oh, boy.
Orange Cassidy's best.
This is actually the last one.
Okay.
So,
Uh-oh.
Wesley, this one's for you, bro.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's find out. Wesley, who's the hottest WWE female superstar now and all time?
Finally.
Mickey,
Oh, God.
Blazed in February.
Producer Mitch.
Mitch,
I already know what that is for me.
I'm
I
gonna,
already know.
I'm gonna put her to bed. I'll be right back. Well, Wesley, I'll let you
Dadgummit.
on that. And I'll be
Oh, Dylan, I knew you were going to say Rhea. We all know
Betty
that you've
Fine
got
for
it.
his-
right
crushed
back.
on
Dylan.
that.
Hey,
You
we
Dylan?
can
I'm going to have to say Liv.
You're going to say what?
Liv.
Liv?
Okay. I think Liv's very pretty. She's a little scrapper, too. That's why I like her. She's a little scrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like it, Blaze. What day is? Hold on. No,
Blaze with the ladies in February.
I
Valentine's
like
special.
it.
That's
Ooh,
correct.
if we continue this whole thing on Tuesday, we can try and make it 13th. That's the day before. I like it.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. That would be cool.
I like it.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think that'll
Wesley-
work better than the 6th.
Yeah. Yeah, we could totally do the 13th. That's fine by me. I'm down with that. So Wesley, you said you think right now, out of all the female superstars that Liv is the hottest. What about, like, do you have any idea of like who your all-time would be?
The whole time, if I have to take a guess, I'm going to say Twitch.
Trish.
Yeah, especially like
That was my girl
2006
from the
Trish.
Good.
Mm,
2006 Trish is very pretty. I think she's super duper pretty.
I mean, I actually have two girl crushes, believe it or not, when it comes to wrestlers. I love that song, by the way.
I do too.
Because it's Mitch's Betty time. He needs his beauty sleep. I know, Blazed. Daggone. Night of all time, and I've already talked about this earlier. Mickey James. And like I said, I got to tell her because and she loved it. She like gave me a hug and everything. She
Oh.
but currently, like I'm not gay, but this girl is hot. Killer Kelly from TNA. She is so freaking gorgeous, and she's so good in the ring. Her and Masha together as MK Ultra. Oh my God, I just think they're both gorgeous. God, especially Killer Kelly. Mitch has a major crush on Orange Cassidy.
Really? That's something
He's in
Blaze would
denial.
say.
Oh, Blaze says Cora Jade, Liv Morgan, Tony Storm, Anna Jay, Saraya, Bianca, Maxine, Rhea. Shall I continue? I'm sure. Yes, Dylan. Killer Kelly. Lord, she is gorgeous. Liv is a sweetheart. she loves Josie. Actually, funny story. Last year at WrestleCade, Soraya was in the room across the hall from us. Literally.
Oh, that's another one of Dylan's crushes is Soraya.
Yeah, she literally was standing in the room across the hall. So
Oh my god.
Mitch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids.
Please.
No, we can call ourselves Mitch Cassidy and the
Just wait
Hardcore
till we lose
Kids.
the freaking title.
Oh my god. That's
Mitch Cassidy and the Hardcore Kids. That could be
That's
us.
amazing. Oh my god. All right. So I guess that is going to old people will get that joke. Yes, I get it.
I get that joke, and I'm not very old, so.
Well, I am old and I get it. I love that movie. But
Oh, you're not old. Stop it. Just like Blazed isn't old. Come on now.
Oh my god. Not calling anyone old. Seasoned veterans.
Veterans.
Seasoned veterans. I like that. I like that. Mitch
Age
Cassidy,
like a fine
Cassidy,
wine.
Happy Hanukkah. That's your new name. You're now Mitch Cassidy. Damn it. And
Oh
that's
my God, Blaze, you're 50? Jesus.
so am I.
I had no clue.
Yep.
You sure don't look it, sir.
Yep.
That's all
Yep.
I'm going to say about that.
That's how we have miles under us to where we can be so naughty.
Please.
Ages is amazing. Oh Lord.
Oh, I can't wait for our show with you in February. It's
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
awesome.
No, I'm
It's going to be
excited.
off the charts. Hilarious.
It's going to be
Oh,
so
my
awesome.
God. So I
We
guess
should just make Naughty Blaze a regular guest, like every on like rotation.
he
could
said,
be
I always
with
say
us.
I'll grow old, but I'll never grow up. You know what? My husband says the exact same thing. And if you ever meet him, you'll know that that's pretty accurate.
As old as you feel.
Yeah, exactly. But Mitch Cassidy is not. All right. So if that is our final topic, like I said, if you have future topics you would like for us to cover on episodes, DM the three of us or Mitch, and
Yep.
give us some ideas on what you would like to see. And Wesley, thank you so much for being our very first guest on Queens of the
Thank
Ring.
you.
Thank you.
You're so wonderful.
Yes, you're always so supportive of all of us. During the watch alongs, it's so I can pop in whenever and say silly, corny stuff and dad jokes.
I appreciate that very much.
Always the best. Love you, ladies. Amazing show again. Keep up the awesome work.
Thank
Be on the
you.
street. Thank you so much, our
Thank
naughty,
you, Blaze.
our naughty friend. Thank you so much. And shout out. And I was getting ready to get to Mitch Cassidy myself.
Mitch
Thank you to
Cassidy.
our wonderful producer, Mitch Kosky, Orange Cassidy's bestie.
Orange Cassidy's bestie.
Bestie.
Trying to say it like how Earl says it.
But like I said, if you've got any topics, send them to us, and we will. I think our next show is in in January. Was it January 6th?
January.
I think January 6th, he said.
Okay.
January
Uh,
6th and then another one with Blaze in February.
Okay.
So
Right.
one February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, I think.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Heart. Mitch I can't call it Mitch and the bitches anymore. That's amazing. Okay, Mitch. Before you put this down, next topic is Orange Cassidy.
Ooh. Yes,
So
please.
Orange Cassidy. I may share the picture of Josie with Orange Cassidy and Britt Baker. Mitch Cassidy.
Aww.
And you're gonna bring candy and flowers.
You're
I
so
like
sweet,
Reese's
Blaze.
I like Reese's cups. I'm just saying. Sorry, heart. All right. Well, Wesley, once again, thank you for joining our crazy little show here.
I enjoy talking to you all.
Yeah,
Well-
Wesley, let everyone know where they can find you out on Twitter. Yes,
Yes.
Blaze is Twitter, not X.
At,
Yes.
at Wesselwama.
Wesorama. Yes.
Yeah.
Wesorama.
The link is in
Absolutely.
the description.
Yes.
And can I say something else before we end this?
Sure.
Don't forget tomorrow, tune in on the watch along with O and Sarah with Dynamite. And Friday night, tune in with O and Cherry for the SmackDown one.
Oh, I think I think we're not doing.
Yeah, I
those
think we're
shows
not
'cause-
doing those.
Yeah, because we I don't know if you saw Earl experienced a personal loss this week, so we're suspending those for this week. So
Gotcha.
and of course all of our love to Earl and this
We love you,
really bad-
Earl. We're praying for you.
Everyone did great except Mitch. He ruined his place.
Yeah. Mitch.
Oh, Mitchy. And Tatiana, heart to you, baby. I love you so much. So with that, as our dear friend Earl Cole says, that's going to put a bow on the second episode of Queens of the Ring. I had so much fun. Wesley, thank you so much.
You're the best,
My
Wesley.
the two lovely ladies that host the show with me, thank you so much. To our lovely producer, Mitch Cassidy Kofsky, we love you. And so I guess that's going to
Fine,
wrap
it's
up.
Earl the Miz Cole. There you go.
The Mrs. Earl Cole.
Wait, I thought it was Earl Ali because he loves Mustafa Ali.
Oh yeah, but you know his favorite's always gonna be
Yes, it's always going to be the Miz
Miz.
or Omos.
Good night, Mitchie too. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, so that is going to wrap up this incredibly hilarious second episode of Queens of the Ring. Once again, we will see you January 6th, and we will see you then. So for Sarah, Denise, I'm Sherry, and we are the Queens of the Ring.
The Queens of the Ring.
Love you guys. See you next time.
Bye, guys.